Thank you for checking out the time tracking database by WaterWebWorks. It's free to use as a template for your own application. This tool is provided as is, along with these videos with information on setup, maintenance, management, and the user experience. If you'd like assistance customizing it for your use, our rates are posted on our TeamDesk expert listing, and you can contact us there.
Okay, let's look at the calendars. Now, the sole reason for the calendar is so you can go into it. A person can go in there and request, right here, they can request their PTO, and then a manager can come in after the fact and approve the PTO and then put it into the timetable. PTO can be requested ahead of time or after the fact, but for the client that I was working with when I put this together, they want to approve all PTO, so this is how you do it. It turned out that we could add other things. Once we have the calendar, we can add meetings and we can do other things, and I put those in there to show they could be done. But they don't have to be in there. But I'm leaving them in there so you could see they're going to be there. So a little bit of confusion on there, but now that you know that you can use this calendar for many things, not just these approvals, you can do it. That's an important thing to know about working with the a database, especially TeamDesk. If you want to record things like an internal calendar, you don't need to have a time off vacation calendar and a calendar for meetings and a calendar for holidays and stuff. You can put all the stuff in the same calendar and then use the view to pull it out. So this is the calendar planner, but I can just look at the meetings and just see what's showing up for meetings, and obviously this vacation approval. Holidays, I can just look at the holidays. So you can filter out from what you need, and that's important to know when you're working with any database. You can put like data together and then sort it out in the schedule. Don't try to put things in multiple tables. It'll bite you. It's easier to put like data in the same table and use views. So in the setup for this, remember, the main goal is to get things from a requested item, approved, and into the time. Okay, we're not going to try in any way to record persons' pay periods or pay times from here. We're just going to approve it, then we put it into the times. If we try to record personal time off out in yet another table, it becomes ugly. But we do need the calendar, so it makes it easier to select things. The calendar is, when it comes right down to it, the basic fields are we need a time to start, a time to stop, and in this case we just use time, and then we need all these other crazy fields down here. So let's take a quick look at them. The color one, I'm not going to explain it too much, except let's just go right up here. I'm going to jump over to the view, and I'm going to customize existing views in another tab, and let's look at the calendar planner. Okay, I put, for the row colors, I put color. That matches this right here. And why did I do that? I do that in a lot of databases. It's a trick. So this is a programmer trick. And by doing that is, instead of writing the formula here, I just put color. And then when I have another view, I have another view like these approvals needed. I go down here to the bottom and I want it colorized, I put color. So what happens is when I get later, the person says, hey, I don't like the green colors, I want it to move to red. I don't have to go change the formula on every single field. I just come here and change it here. Color for calendars is for calendar views. A calendar view and a list view are slightly different. You have to handle things different. Same thing here. This is the details, and this is for a calendar view. And a calendar view is one of these, where it looks like a calendar. Those have to be different than this type of view, which can handle what's called XHTML, and that's what this one is. Event view shows everything and it's pulled together, and we're actually using XHTML to change the background colors and such, and you're going to have to watch my videos for how to work with XHTML on this one. I'm certainly not going to explain it right here. Now this one here is where the magic happens for our view. What we're going to do is we are actually taking and making a many view from ourself to ourself. Then we're going to match it on date. So for today's date, right there. So we take a calendar record, match it to a calendar record, and make a date. Then what we do is we take the column that's events for today, right here, and we take the event view and we do what's called concatenate and put a new line between them. Boom, boom, boom. So every one of these event view things, and we just call it events for today. So what that does is here is when there's more than one thing happening on a day in your schedule, then they all come together, and that is exactly why we have to have a blank record in here. And the blank records don't show up unless they're totally blank. Otherwise, then it just fills these in. So if there's multiple things doing here, so let's say I want to, for me, I want part of the day off, so, or I want vacation for this day. I'll just go pick vacation for this day and put in Y, because, see? And now I have two things in there for today, and that's being handled right here. We make calendar to calendar, date to date, right here, so it matches up, so everything for that day goes into that day, and then we pull them together with this events today is equal actually to this complicated formula for each record. So in fact, for this day there is actually two records, but we pull them together right here, and we do that in the view. So how do we do that in the view? Well, I'm going to go to that view and cancel this one, and what we do is the calendar view. What we're going to do in the calendar view is all we do is show events in this calendar view. We only show the records that are blank. So that's the magic right there, the blank ones, and that is why we have to have a blank one for every day, because that's what makes this filled in. We only show the blank ones, but we use the many-to-many to put everything else that's on a non-blank day all together into this record, and it works. You have to do it like 15 times and look at it, and you'll discover that it works. So that's how we put it together right there. Then everything, like everything else in here, falls into buttons. So we go into rules and we look at buttons. So our first button here is simply to make a vacation request or part of the day request. So what does that do? It sets some times here temporarily, just like in the dashboard. So why did we pick 8 to 4? It just makes an 8-hour day. That's all. Vacation day. And then we make the calendar item. So we go right back and we make a new record. Okay, this is let me go back 1 second here. And sorry, went back too far. If we're doing a vacation, this is making the approval. So what this first one is, create a record, and what we're doing is we're creating the record right back into calendar. So we're making a new calendar item, and we're setting all these things: the date, the person, type, all these. So we've made a new record, okay, but it has not been approved yet, so it sits there saying not approved. We clear the temporary columns, so our temporary column is blank, because that's supposed to be, we're supposed to have that one record in for the day that's blank. That's what we do it. And then approvals, what they do is they set that the record's been approved. So now it shows up as a different color because it's been approved, and it makes that time card entry for a person. So timestamp, boom, 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 it's done. So right when it's approved, it goes into the person's time card. If they cancel their vacation or come back early or something, you have to go into the time record as a manager and fix it. And I didn't make anything to make that easier. It's up to you. That's one of the things that I haven't got to. This is, like we've said at the beginning every time, this is a beginning, get you started database. It's mostly done, but there are some things you're going to want to do. And dealing with people who get vacation approved, then decide not to take it and have to be canceled, is something that has to be done on your own, because these items will show up in their time card or in their timetable. It's up to them whether they add the time card or not. So you do that, and that's it. We have other buttons here, but now that I've shown you how buttons work, you're probably good with them. So you don't need me to show you how every single one of them works. But what we're doing is setting a calendar item, approving it. We do not put it in the time record till we approve it. We approve it, it's in the time record. That's how the flow works. So everything is getting stuff in this database is to get things into the time record, and then from the time record, and we clump them all up into a pay sheet, and then you pay the person. That's the whole database for you. And thank you for watching, and good luck with this thing.